Hello YouTube, in this video we're going to try to demonstrate the operation of the WAPCO ABS modulator through taking it apart. Before we begin tearing it apart, there is one supply port numbered 1 and there is a delivery port number 2, and also you have 2 solenoids. That's why you have 3 wires and 1 ground, and of course 2 control from the ABS module. 3 states in which this will function. First, before state them, we have to control valves. This one here and this one, you can see it's on top, and then you have solenoid valve, one here and one here. So the first state where you apply the air brakes and we want to slow down, it will push air into like straight from 1 to 2, and it's direct flow at a certain speed. Let's say the ECU or the ABS module determined to stop the airflow. Because the wheels are getting about to lock up, you're gonna stop this from flowing anymore to 2, and 2, the air pressure in the chamber will escape back through the exhaust. That's state number 2. And the state number 3 is when the desired amount of pressure exists, it will actually stop flowing air out of here to the exhaust, and it will close here and also close here. And that's the third state until the cycle continues. And what happened next, we don't know. It may supply back the supply up from 1 to 2, or maybe the wheel gonna lock up again and we'll let the air back out through here. Take this apart. So I got T30 here. I'm going to take all these off. As you can see, there is the supply, air supply, is supposed to go in and comes out of one of these. We can easily tell which one through shining some light. Let's shine some light through that one valve. That's the supply. All right, so let me put this aside. I'm gonna leave this thing here. This is one of the parts that came out of, definitely supposed to seat on top here. But when you assemble it, you put it back in the hole. But as you can see, the air flow through here and it'll push against the diaphragm inside, and through that actuation it will control it. Now when you watch this video, make sure you go through the data sheet and it'll explain to you in step by step how this thing works. But seeing it in real, it's like seeing it as apart as it is, it's kind of pretty cool. Let's take this apart and then we'll see how that works. I got these already loose. This is very interesting because a lot of people work on these and for years and never take them apart or look inside. What is the benefit of doing this? If you're an engineer, it's definitely very important for you to know how it works, or you're working on similar systems and designs and you're trying to improve it. If you don't know how it works, you'll not be able to improve it. And third, if you want to save money and let's say just is stuck leaking air somehow, you can always try to fix it. I'm going to bring a screwdriver and break that loose. Well, I didn't really need the screwdriver. There's a spring-loaded top cap here. If you can see, the air will flow through this hole coming up from here. there's a little O-ring there, and it'll go flow through this piece just to push in here in the center. If I have a vise, I can demonstrate how the thing works. Kind of really small space to look at, but once the air pushes in here, it will close a valve in that little, let's shine some light, well, probably you can see it. There's a little space on top where air flow directly to the air chamber, and if you want to close it, you push down with the air pressure controlled by the air supply, controlled by the solenoid, and boom, you closed it now. It's the same exact way this functions. Bottom valves, how does it control it? So this, it will push against the diaphragm. Air pressure will be controlled again with a solenoid. Part of the solenoid valve will push air pressure. Where it comes from, it does come from the bottom. It actually comes through here. Of course, like remember when we did China light, comes out here, comes through here, and was controlled. We'll see how it's controlled if we can demonstrate that. And it will flow back through here, and it'll push against this, which will seat the valve. So at one state, the valve will allow the number 2 to breathe to the atmosphere, to go breathe to the exhaust, definitely through here, this here, or it will close it. It is at a function where we don't need, when we don't have a wheel lock up, remember, we don't need to bring air out of there. We just need it to stay closed. And then when we want to open it, we're going to allow air through here and push against the valve, and will allow air out. So this is, for instance, the air coming from top. It goes through inside here, and it will flow. It'll probably not flow through the bottom to close the supply valve, supply control valve. And once it's actuated by a 12-volt signal, it will allow air to go through. And in the same manner, the bottom part, the other side, controls the exhaust port. Same exact manner, where you have these two, once where the air will flow straight through here and will fill it up. If you look in the bottom, you'll see the air conduit. Air conduit comes this way from that little hole there, and this mounts to the solenoid like this. Well, hopefully this video was very useful, and thank you very much for watching.